Are you scared of making a mistake? Some people stop doing anything for fear that they would do the wrong thing. But I think we should take action and move, even if we might make a mistake. Psalms 37:23 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord." The next verse, verse 24 says, "Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand." Notice that it does not say we will never fall. What it does say is that if we fall, God will pick us back up. Falling is never a period on the end of your sentence. It's only a comma. You might wonder, but what if I make the wrong choice and head in the wrong direction? The Bible promises we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, who are called according to His purpose, Romans 8:28. Even if you make the wrong choice, God will turn it into something good because He is a good God. Failure is not necessarily an indication that you are out of God's will. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times when he was inventing the electric light bulb. When asked why he kept trying after so many failures, he replied, "I knew I would eventually run out of ways it would not work." Some people fail once and think they're outside of God's will, but sometimes we need to keep trying until we succeed. If you fall down, get back up. You don't drown by falling into water, you drown by staying there. Because we live in an imperfect world, bad things can still happen even when we are in the center of God's will for our lives. But God will cause good to come from negative situations. When Paul was thrown into prison, God used him to minister to the prison guards. He said, "I want you to know, brethren, that the things which happened to me have actually turned out for the furtherance of the gospel," Philippians 1:12. When his own brothers sold Joseph as a slave into Egypt, God used him to save his entire family during a time of famine. Joseph explained, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Genesis 50, verse 20. You are not where you need to be, but thank God you are not where you used to be. If you were perfect, you would not need a Savior. God is not surprised at your mistakes and imperfections. He knows everything. Your faults don't faze Him. I'm not perfect either. I've made mistakes. I've been distracted. I've lost my focus at times, but God still loves me and chooses to use me. Self-doubt is a weapon from the pit of hell. Be bold. Make decisions. When you decide not to decide, you've actually made a decision at that moment. It is better to move and be wrong than to never move at all. God would rather have an imperfect performance than a perfect heart that never moves. Often we are so scared we'll get it wrong that we do nothing. And you can be sure that while we are doing nothing, the devil is doing something. Even if you're scared of making a mistake, be bold, make a decision, start to move, and expect God to bless you in that movement.